It was always going to be difficult, I think, for the Buccaneers and Patriots to live up to the hype last night. Tom Brady's return to Foxborough, one of the more anticipated regular season games in NFL history. And as I mentioned on Friday, don't expect a great game. You know, everybody, I think, looking at this game, leading up to this game, oh, this is going to be unbelievable. It's going to be a shootout, and who knows what it's going to be. But I said don't be surprised if it's not a great game, because so much hype leading up to this. And the Patriots right now aren't a very good team. And the Buccaneers are banged up. The night wasn't helped out by the weather, but it did have a dramatic finish there. It rained all night in New England. Brady didn't look like himself, but he did come away with the win. Patriots actually had a chance to go ahead in the final minute, missed a long field goal attempt. I didn't understand the call, because if you said 4th and 3 and Tom Brady's your quarterback, you're going to go for it. Instead, with Mac Jones, who was playing well and at one point completed 19 consecutive passes, I would have gone for it on 4th and 3, because there's two reasons why. First of all, Nick Folk is not a long field goal kicker. You have the weather to factor in, a little bit of wind there. It's a long, long field goal for anybody, including Justin Tucker. Second of all, what better way to say to Mac Jones, you're our guy. We think you can win this game. We're going to give you that chance at 4th and 3. Here's the other thing. I can take the ball out of Tom Brady's hands. If I keep the ball and we get in better field goal range, now I've taken away clock. You know, there's 59 seconds to go. Let's say you make that field goal. So now you've given Tom Brady 55 seconds and 2 timeouts to get 3 points. I don't like those odds. If it's 4th and 3 and we go for it, we don't get it, it's okay. We've shown our quarterback we have confidence in him. Instead of, we're going to have a long field goal and still give Tom the ball back. It just didn't make any sense. Everybody wants to talk about the post-game hug. All right, they did have a hug. They did meet afterwards. We'll talk to Peter King about this. This is about winning the game. This is about managing the game. And I thought Bill Belichick let this one get away. I thought he whiffed on this one, because I would have said to Mac Jones, all right, we're going to devise something here. I don't want Tom to get the ball back. And Belichick had to be thinking about that. Even if Nick Folk makes it, you still have Brady with a minute to go and a couple of timeouts. All you got to do is get 4 yards. That's it. And yes, is the defense going to be up and, take away anything, these little dink and dunk passes? Yes, but devise something here. I was surprised at that, because if Tom Brady was the quarterback, Tom Brady would have lobbied for it. Let me go for it. Mac Jones doesn't have, that kind of clout. He doesn't have that kind of power. But he showed me a lot. He outplayed Brady. He played better. Brady wasn't helped out by, Antonio Brown had a touchdown, dropped that. No Gronk in there. That Tampa defense, the back end, is all banged up. So much so, Richard Sherman was just added on Wednesday, and he looked like he was just added on Wednesday. I thought this was a miss by Bill Belichick, that you could have sent the message in a variety of ways. Hey, Dom, good luck in Tampa. We have our quarterback. Mac, go out there, get the first down. Let's go. Let's go win this thing. Instead, and I said it in the moment, just so you know, even if you kick that 56-yarder, Brady still gets the ball back with a little less than a minute to go and 2 timeouts. I don't like that, even on a night like that. But it was interesting, at times entertaining. We got the post-game hug of sorts, and then Brady and Belichick reportedly met for around 20 to 30 minutes privately after the game. But we move on. It's week 4. And if you're the Buccaneers, you got to get that defense healthy. Gronk's going to be out for a while with a punctured lung. I was surprised New England couldn't run the football at all. They had 1 rushing yard. Therefore, the defense knew Mac Jones was going to throw the ball, and he still was very accurate. And he got hit. He showed composure. If I'm a Patriot fan, I'd go, okay, I think we're okay at the quarterbacking position. I like what I saw. The defense played pretty well. It just a couple of plays here and there, but that's the difference. It's weird, with this moral victory stuff, because if it's a younger team, an inexperienced team, then you can say, okay, that could be a moral victory. The Patriots, that's not their approach. Bill Belichick is not going to say, hey, got a moral victory last night. I think the Buccaneers may feel like, that doesn't feel like a win. It just feels like we didn't lose that game. And there's some issues there. But everybody, of course, wanted to talk about Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. And here is Coach Belichick after the game.
You coached Tom Brady in practice for 20 years, but this is the first time you went ahead against him in a game. What was the experience like going?
We went against Tom Brady every day in practice defensively. So it's not like we've never seen Tom Brady before.
Was the experience of coaching against him in a game any different?
Yeah, they're a good football team. He's a great quarterback. I think that's all goes without saying.
All righty. It's been a long, long week. A lot of questions. He's soaked. He's like, it's... midnight. I want to get out of here. I'm tired of answering questions.
High schoolers are asking him stuff.
Yeah. Let me hear that again.
You coached Tom Brady in practice for 20 years, but this is the first time you went ahead against him in a game. What was the experience like going?
We went against.
Yes, Jake in L.A. Yes. What do you have?
You coached Tom.
What happened on that fourth down play?
The Oracle.
Yeah, Oracle. You got one for me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Oracle. It reminds me of the kid who came out too early and went to SportsCenter.
James K. Polk.
James K. Polk. It's like, what happened? He just came out too early. Came out too early. All right, what kind of poll question you got for me, McLevin?
By the way, is that right of a coach to say we coach against him every week? Like, obviously, it makes it feel like Belichick was coaching the defense and never liked Tom. But anyway, who felt like the winner last night? Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, Mac Jones, or NBC? The biggest winner.
NBC?
I don't know. Paul threw that one in there.
I bet that rating is top 3 all time.
Yeah.
The first quarter rating. Maybe not the second and third.
All right. I'd say Mac Jones was the big winner last night. National stage, Tom Brady. You got a guy mid-first round. I'd say Mac Jones won the night. Yes, Todd.
But Brady got it with the love and the cheering when he ran out there, and he still got the hugs from from Belichick and everything. Got that embrace and came away with the win. And now I think he only needs to beat the Seahawks in Seattle to take care of beating every single team, not only every team but also on the road as well.
Yeah. I don't know if Tom. I think Tom probably just wants to exhale. I don't think he felt like, boy, I'm a winner. They survived. I think Mac Jones has to feel like, you know what? Privately, I can play. I mean, I went toe-to-toe. It's still a pretty good defense that he went against. But Brady, he completes that touchdown pass to Antonio Brown, then there's a different feel to this game. But Brady had some things to say. He talked about on being back in New England.
I try not to predict what was going to happen and how I'd feel, and had a few emotional moments this week just thinking about all the people that have really meant so much to me in my life that are a part of this community. Just very grateful for, amazing time here, and like I said, my football journey took me somewhere else, but I'm really enjoying that, and 3-1 against a really good football team tonight's where we wanted to get.
And he also spoke on his relationship with Bill Belichick.
We've had a personal relationship, for 20 plus years. So he drafted me here, and had a lot of personal conversations that should remain that way, and they're very private. And I would say so much is made of our relationship. And, as I said earlier this week, from a player standpoint, you just expect the coach to give you everything he's got. And I'm sure as a player, that's what he was hoping for me. But nothing's really accurate that I ever see. Definitely doesn't come from my personal feelings or beliefs. And I have a lot of respect for him as a coach, and obviously a lot of respect for this organization and all the different people here that try to make it successful.